All right, ladies and gentlemen, viewers and subscribers from far and near, you are welcome to another episode of The Truth with Ben Jokes, your number one political talk show. Ganduje, PDP will cease to exist before end of 2025, the cable. But before he said this, PDP's Sule Lamido had said this: APC will split soon. Ganduje and others will defect to PDP. So now, these are two northern chiefs looking to split each other's party. But we all know that the PDP is hardly a political party as it stands already. Their governors are all over the place, either defecting to APC or declaring support for Tinubu in 2027. That is why I have said repeatedly that anybody in the PDP now who really is interested in getting Tinubu out of office should go and queue behind Peter Obi. Yes, Labour Party is also in crisis, but Peter Obi's followership, his candidacy, his legitimacy and integrity remain intact. If he decides to start a political party today, his party will have more card-carrying members than the APC and Labour Party put together within 6 months of existence. But it is not only the PDP and Labour Party that are in crisis. The APC is also facing serious problems. Few hours ago, a video began circulating showing the problems attacking the APC from the grassroots. The recent wave of defections into the APC has worsened the conflict of interest within the party. Imposition of candidates by Sheyi Tinubu, by Tinubu himself and other APC chiefs is the order of the day now. And from what was seen in this video, the implosion of the APC might be near. And just as Nigerians were yet reacting to that, another ugly update began making the rounds. As much as we want to deny it, some governors in Nigeria as it stands today are nothing but figureheads. They only control the monetary allocation that enters the state. But when it comes to territorial integrity, terrorists have taken over a great portion of their state. And this update right here proves it. Before I show you details of these top stories and how Nigerians reacted, let me quickly show you this video from Kemi Badnoch that has engendered debates. See the video.
From next year, 2 million immigrants could automatically claim British citizenship. 2 million people. That's nearly twice the population of Birmingham. That's massive. We've introduced a deportation bill because we're committed to bringing immigration down. Back in February, we demanded Labour triple the time for new immigrants to get a British passport. They voted it down. And now they've brought in some half-assed version that's not going to work. Here's what will work. Deport all foreign criminals. Mandatory age checks. No more pretending to be kids. Tougher visa rules and salary thresholds. Disapply the Human Rights Act to immigration cases. No more abusing human rights laws to dodge deportations. Make asylum support repayable. And no permanent right to stay in the UK if you've relied on benefits. Until that's law, we won't fix this. Labour should adopt it now. It's time to get tough. That's what the Conservatives' deportation bill delivers. And we're going to go further. Our country is a home, not a hotel. And if we don't defend it, no one else will.
You heard that. Now, we all know that Kemi Badnoch migrated from Nigeria to the UK as a teenager. Now, being an immigrant herself, this video from Kemi Badnoch didn't go down well with many Nigerians. Those who are in the UK already and those who are intending to migrate didn't like her position at all on this matter. Now, if migrating to the UK was always as difficult as she's proposing it to be, maybe she wouldn't have been there. That was what many people were saying against her. And I am not saying that that argument is wrong. That argument is absolutely right. But if I am a wise Nigerian, I wouldn't concern myself with all that. I wouldn't concern myself with another country's immigration policies. If I have wisdom, my worry should be, why has immigration become the major lifeline for people in Nigeria and the rest of Africa? Why are we heavily blessed with everything, with numerous minerals? Go and read about Burkina Faso and get a knowledge of the deposit of minerals that are in that country. Yet they were living like slaves for many years before Ibrahim Traore has now come to liberate them. Of course, our own Nigeria is the perfect example. The top 10 mineral resources in this world. Nigeria will make at least top 20 in the list of countries that have them. Yet, over 18 million children are out of school. Yet, we have one of the largest housing deficits in the world. Yet, our primary health care facilities have totally collapsed, leading us to being the country with the highest infant mortality rate in the world. Why? Those are the questions I should be asking if I am a wise man. And I am. And that is why I'm asking those questions. Not blaming Kemi Badenoch for saying that UK should make their immigration laws stricter. 2 million people are about to become citizens. If she says they should worry, she's not wrong. If you are bashing her, you are also not wrong. But with my own wisdom, I will not concern myself with that. Why is my own country failing? If this country is succeeding, migration would not be a lifeline to succeed in life. Why should we shift the burden of our population to other continents, Africa? Why? Why should the government of other countries be the ones to deal with the population of Africa? Why? Why have we allowed few individuals to squander what belongs to all of us? This is the question we should all be asking. And I believe this is the question that Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso asked that led to the revolution that we are seeing in Burkina Faso today. As a people, we must take our destiny in our hands instead of depending on the West to save us. Point blank, period. Now, let us look at the top stories. First is that video from the APC local government primaries in Etiosa local government in Lagos. It has been said widely that Seyi Tinubu is the one imposing candidates in all the local governments in Lagos State. They say it is a lie. But according to this video, the imposition of candidates is the order of the day. And next is that update from Borno State, a despicable tale of invasion by terrorists, and the governor of Borno State, Babagana Zulum, is completely helpless at this point. Let's start by taking that video from Lagos State. See the video.
My name is Malam Jida Said. I'm from Etiosa local government, and I am the agent representing Wasiu Yekini Babatunde, who is an aspirant for Etiosa local government. Today we came here, but unfortunately what we saw wasn't what we expected. At the first place, when we came here, they said the agents are not allowed to be in the room where the delegates will vote. That's the first flaw in the election. Secondly, after the whole election has been concluded, at the end of the day, they brought out the votes and they said, well, the votes will be counted and everything will be credible. But unfortunately, what we saw was a daylight robbery. What we saw was a shame. Was a shame to our party, because at the end of the day, how can an aspirant that has over 15 delegates, then when the counting was going on, you now tell me that another aspirant scored 19, one other aspirant scored 1, one other aspirant scored 1, and our aspirant, who the majority delegates voted for, didn't score anything. Well, I am very sure this thing will not go well for the party. And we are calling on our presidents, we are calling on our chairman, we are calling on the party leaders to look into this thing. That was what they did. That was what they did. That we lost the 2023 election. As we speak, Etiosa local government lost. As we speak, Etiosa local government in the 2023 election lost to Labour Party. And if we are not careful, this will happen again, just because of the greed and selfishness of our leaders. And they have done this again. This is imposition, and this is not election. And at the end of the day, we are not going to accept it. So the leaders should look into it, and at the end of the day, our mandate should be given back to our aspirant, Wasiu Yekini Babatunde. Thank you very much.
You saw that. The idiot was even wearing a cap with Tinubu's logo, and he is expecting fairness. Where you see him? And just as Sule Lamido predicted, the massive defection of candidates into the APC is going to worsen the conflict of interest. And we have started seeing it, because most of the people defecting into the APC now are even more powerful than many of the existing members. And the positions available are very, very limited. And it's all about grabbing it. So they have to grab it first within themselves before they come to the national level to grab it. Sheyi Tinubu is already imposing candidates at the local government elections across Lagos State, and he has moved his madness to other southwest states. This is the kind of situation that will lead to an implosion of the party. And that is why the opposition needs to quickly get it together so that disgruntled party members can have where to decamp to. This was how APC did it in 2014. When PDP began having problems, the disgruntled governors from the PDP shipped themselves into the APC. That is how you do it. And some people might say, if they are now coming from APC into maybe a coalition or a new party formed by Peter Obi, it means they are evil people now. They will come and destroy the party. I am telling you that it doesn't work that way. In this country, it is the man at the helm of affairs that other people will model their character after. It is whatever the president wants that they will do. The flag bearer is the person that ultimately determines how the country goes. And that was why Peter Obi said, once the president and his family members are not corrupt, more than 60% of the corruption in the country is gone. So even if you are a demon and you want to join us, come and join. As far as the person bearing the flag is Peter Obi, I will support. Period. And just as Nigerians were yet reacting to that ugly update from Borno State began making the rounds. The Borno State Governor Babagana Zulum has cried and cried to the federal government. He said Boko Haram are taking over the state. He said the same pattern that we saw under Jonathan that had them capturing about 22 local governments in Borno State is what we are seeing now. But Tinubu administration has done nothing about it. Therefore, Boko Haram are now having a field day in Borno State, taking over military bases every Eke market day. I think this is like the 4th military base they are taking over now. Look at how the papers reported it. Breaking: several soldiers feared dead as Boko Haram terrorists attack military base in Borno. A yet to be ascertained number of soldiers have been killed after a base of the Nigerian army in Borno State came under Boko Haram attack. Several sources have confirmed to Sahara reporters the terrorists invaded the base of the 153 Task Force Battalion in Mate Local Government Council of the state on Saturday night, dislodging the troops. During the attack, the gunmen reportedly burnt armored tanks and made away with ammunition, sources said. There was another Boko Haram dislodgement in Mate 153 TF Battalion on Saturday night. So many of our men are feared dead as we already lost communication with the base since the attack. One of the sources, a major in the army, told Sahara reporters. The 153 Task Force Battalion in Borno State, Nigeria, has been involved in several incidents with Boko Haram, including ambushes and recaptures of strategic locations like Mate. This comes a few weeks after 22 soldiers, including a commander, were killed in an attack at a military base in Malam Fatori at Abdam local government area of Borno State. For over a decade, Nigeria has been locked in a brutal conflict with insurgent groups operating primarily in the country's northeast region. You heard that. A yet to be determined number of soldiers have been killed. We don't even know the number that have been killed. What they are trying to do is they are looking for how to reduce the number, because I believe they have a percentage. Maybe they only report that 5% or 10% of the soldiers have been killed. And this is the military that you expect young Nigerians to come and join. These people are wicked. Still, you have not given them enough ammunition to be able to combat, to be able to fight this war. But you want young Nigerians to come and join. The governor of Borno State, Babagana Zulum, has cried and cried. I don't know. Sometimes we'll say they are the ones doing it, they are the ones sponsoring it. But if the Tinubu administration is saying they are the ones sponsoring it, then go and pick them up. Don't say that this person is a sponsor and then you allow him to sit there. If you have good information against him, then go and pick him up. As far as you are not picking him up, it means that you that had a pact with Shetima and Buhari and the Alimodu Sheriff and the rest, you people are still the ones that we know as the sponsors of this Boko Haram. So don't lie to us and say northern governors are the ones sponsoring them. If you know that northern governors are the ones doing it, then go and pick them up. And look at how Nigerians reacted. Let's take some of the tweet reactions. This tweet here says, "These days, when I see this kind of news, all I can say is laugh out loud. That is how I have become desensitized to the death of these soldiers. Because how do you continually put yourself in a position where you are a sacrificial lamb? It beats my imagination too. I don't know why these soldiers have remained there. Is it that they don't know what to do with their lives again? At least they can see some of their mates dropping their guns and leaving. Why are they still there if they will not give you enough weapons to fight these people? It is better to leave the service and go and start a POS business or even pure water business. It's better, and you still have your life. Let your family, your parents, let them still be seeing your presence. Or you go and learn how to barb hair, barber. It's better than this rubbish, because there's no dignity in it. The dignity that should follow the fact that you are defending your country is not there, because the country is not ready for you to fight this war. And this video by Akram says they will repent tomorrow and get rewarded for doing this, right? That is it. Tomorrow they will come and say they have repented. The same government will rehabilitate them, buy things for them. There was a time they were even sending them abroad. That is job well done. So what are we talking about here? This is a total collapse of the security situation. Some people will think we are exaggerating until it comes to your doorstep. May God protect you. God will not allow it to come to your doorstep, but then let us be guided. The kind of utterances we make, let us watch our mouth. This is the reality of our nation. And if we want it to stop, we must come together, keep our sentiments aside, and kick the APC out of power. But until then, make I still enter town. Make I go get some ogbonge political news wey una go like. Why? Because of una I dey here, so don't go away.